So today I'm going to talk to you about keyframe animation and actually animating. What we've done so far is just layers. So far all we have done is pretty much drawing in Flash. Today we're going to take it to the next level and we're actually going to do frames. So now you're going to have to be on the lookout for layers and frames. So once your background's done with your bouncing ball project, you're going to have to think about keyframes, regular frames, and your layers. So the first thing you're going to do when you're done with your background is to think about if your layer is going to change. Okay, and this project, I'm having you go to 50 frames. If it needs to be more than that, it can be more than that, but it should be at least 50 frames. So you're going to go on the sky layer, and sometimes people want to drag these keyframes. Don't ever drag keyframes. So you're going to go to this layer, and then you're going to find frame 50, and it's kind of like a grid or a chart. So you're going to go 50 and the right layer. And then you're going to look at your keyboard, and there are F numbers at the very top of your keyboard, like F1, F2, F3, F4. You're going to hit F5. And that takes your sky frame. This is a keyframe because it's a black dot, and it fills it in all these other frames. And it's just gray because it doesn't change. If it is a black dot, it means it changes. It's just gray. Okay, so all these frames, the sky is just the same old blue. The grass is not going to change. So I'm going to go on the grass layer to frame 50. I'm going to hit F5, and then that puts the grass on all of these frames. Okay, the clouds are not going to change. So I'm going to go to frame 50 and hit F5. Now the ball does change. So I'm going to hit F6 on the ball. And I'm actually going to start, I need to unlock it. I'm going to start it up here because I'm going to have it come in and bounce and then roll. So I'm going to start it up here. And then I'm going to hit this next frame because it's going to move each frame at a time. I'm going to hit right there, and I'm going to hit F6. And then I'm going to move the ball. And I'm going to hit F6 2 times. I'm going to move the ball. F6, move the ball. F6, move the ball. And I want to move it a little tiny bit each time. F6, move the ball. If I want to use this one right here, this is called onion skin, I can turn it on and see where my ball has been. F6, move the ball. F6, move the ball. F6, move the ball. And I'm hitting F6 twice every time. F6, move the ball. F6, move the ball. And just because the ball touches this grass right here, does that mean it should start bouncing? It shouldn't, because the ball's going to hit right about here, not at the horizon, like somewhere in the middle. F6, move the ball. And I don't really like the onion skin, so I'm going to turn it off. F6, move the ball. Now, if for some reason I grabbed like this, I'm going to hit F, or I'm going to hit Control Z, because I don't want to mess up the whole thing. And I select the whole ball again. If I want to see what I've animated, I'm going to grab this little square, and this is called scrubbing the timeline. I'm going to just see how it looks. I can also go to the beginning and hit enter, and it'll play what I have so far. Okay, so that's what I have so far. The next video, I'm going to show you how to do the stretch and squash, and then how to make it look like it's rotating, like it's rolling.